Daytona Speedweeks are upon us. Let's have a little bit of a talk about what to expect for the first round of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series. Only a few days after the Bowman Gray clash at the Coliseum. I will start off with the schedule. You have Cup practice at 10 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. In the UK, that's 3 p.m. Then you have the qualifying 8:15 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in the UK and you want to stay up till 1:15 in the morning on Thursday, go ahead. Which is then followed up on the Thursday itself by ARCA practice, 4 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern on the Thursday, you've got practice for the Craftsman Truck Series. And then 7 p.m. Eastern, you've got the first of the two duels. Second one happening at 8:45 Eastern Time. So for UK, that is 9 p.m, 10 p.m, midnight for Duel 1, and nearly 2 o'clock in the morning for Duel 2. Friday is a quali day for ARCA and for the trucks at 1:30 p.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're in the UK, 6:30 and 8. Practice the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, now rebranded for 2026, is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Practice 2 for the Cup Series at 5:35. The truck race, the Fresh from Florida 250, kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the UK. That is midnight. And then the Saturday's action kicks off with qualifying for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. I'm going to have to make sure I don't call it Xfinity. Should I just go to calling it the Busch Series? Should I just do that at this point? But qualifying is at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the Saturday. So for those of us in the UK, that's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And then in the middle of the day, for Florida time, for UK viewers, it will be at 5 p.m. You have the Daytona ARCA 200. For Practice 3 for Cup at 3 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UK time, the United Rentals 300 kicks off the O'Reilly Auto Parts season. And then Sunday, only one event. Just happens to be the Great American Race. It just happens to be the Daytona 500, starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, 7:30 p.m. UK time. If you're in the UK, it should be on Premier Sports still. And for the American viewers, Fox and Max, with coverage over on MRN and Sirius XM as well. Now, one thing to think about when it comes to this Speedweeks time is we end up seeing drivers race their way in. We can have a guaranteed 41 car field because Jimmy Johnson, I believe, is on the sort of conditional waiver thing that Castroneves was on last year. So we can have 84 as well as 2 other non-chartered cars in the race. For those other ones, well, got quite a nice selection. Front rower having a 36 for Chandler Smith. Allgaier is in the JRM number 40. He made it in last year. JJ Yaley in the 44 for NY Racing. Anthony Alfredo for Beard Motorsports. He's well known for his exploits on super speedways. Casey Mears will be in the 66 at MBM. Corey Heim will be doing part of his all over the place campaigns this year in the 67. I don't think it's a reference to that thing. For 2311. PJ McLeod is in the 78 for Live Fast. And I mentioned Jimmy Johnson in the 84 Legacy. The last one is the 99 RFK racing car for Corey LaJoy. He filled in for Brad Keselowski in the Clash, and Keselowski has been recovering from injuries, but he should be behind the wheel of the Castrol number 6 for the 500. Now, Daytona's a super speedway, so we can't really go off of last year's stuff for trends. Also, remember, Chevy's got a new body this year. I think they're the only ones that do. Byron won last year, and Bowman has been doing well in terms of qualifying at the pole. But when you look at last year's results, don't expect a repeat of it. So I mean, Byron won, Reddick second, Jimmy Johnson was third. I don't know if you remember that. Jimmy Johnson came home with a top 5. Then it was Briscoe, Nemechek making it 2 legacies in the top 5. Then Bowman, then Blaney, then Cindric. Allgaier got a top 10 in the JRM Chevrolet, and Buescher rounded out the top 10. There was a wreck on the final lap. I mean, there were quite a few wrecks in that race. It was chaotic in a number of ways. Regardless, folks, let's just wrap up the video there. If you have any predictions, do let them be known in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for joining, thanks for your support, and till next time, it's bye-bye for now.